7:14. While the beauty of twinkling Christmas lights can bring joy, the lights can also pose some dangers without proper oversight. But if you follow some safety precautions, you can help keep celebrations festive and safe. With us this morning is Dan Mills from the Home Builders Association of Greater New Orleans with some important tips and reminders. Dan, good morning. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that one. There we go. All right, so let's talk about, we're going to talk about a few things that you should be doing to protect your home and yourself during the holidays. One thing you wanted to start off with was home security. In what ways are you talking about that?
Well, look, you know, up to 90 million Americans are going to be traveling during the holidays, and when you leave the home, you should take some care. If you've been thinking about a home security system, this might be the time to get one installed. But reach out to your neighbors. Let them know that you're going to be out so they can collect mail. If you get one of those newspapers delivered, like a few of us still do that, you can get those picked up. But also think about getting some timers for the lights inside your home so that lights will come on and off in the different rooms and it will appear the house is lived in. And
what about package protection? You mentioned talking to your neighbors, make sure they can pick stuff up for you. But what if all your neighbors are out of town at the same time with you?
We're getting a lot of packages this time of year. It can be helpful just to build a shield so that they can't be seen from the street. So just any kind of blind that you can put up on your patio so that the packages can be put behind it can help, because you know those people drive up and down the streets looking, and if they don't see them, out of sight, out of mind.
And what about, you mentioned home security, those Ring doorbell cameras, most people seem to have those now, and they're pretty effective. At least you can see what's going on at your home when you're not there.
They're very helpful, motion detection, plus you have a recording of what's going on.
That's true. What else did you want to remind people about? Decorations? We want to talk
about? I always want to talk about decorations because trees can be a real challenge for us. They're so beautiful, but they represent a real risk. And the U.S. Fire Association says that up to a third of fires in a home begin by a dried out tree. So keep them away from those heat sources. Make sure you're checking the lights that you put in the tree to make sure that there are no shorts, or that if you store them in your attic, the wire can get brittle and break.
And then water the tree constantly. Don't let it get dry. I know I used to hate having to do that as a kid, but I understand why we had to do it now. And then on the same vein of lights, I know when you look at the box, you're like, oh, white lights, perfect, or colorful lights, perfect. But you have to make sure they're the proper lights for inside your home or outside your home, because that can make a difference as far as safety is concerned, right?
That's right. It's important to use the lights rated for indoor and outdoor. It's also important to think about when you string them together. The old incandescent lights, 3 strings, no more than that.
Okay.
The LED lights, you have a little bit more. And one other thing, make sure you have a fire extinguisher handy and available in the home. Even if it's tucked away under the sink, it's hard to get to. So make sure it's someplace accessible and make sure it's charged.
I know people haven't finished decorating. We always talk about this, but climbing ladders when you're trying to hang lights and hang wreaths. What is your tip for properly climbing those ladders?
Ladder falls are one of the most common injuries that we see. So always 3 points, 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand at all times when you're on a ladder.
All right, Dan, some good reminders. I think this home security one, really important reminder, because we've been seeing an uptick in porch pirates, as unfortunately we do this time of year.
It's true.
Thanks so much for your time. Happy holidays.
My pleasure.
Do that again for us.
Happy holidays.
I would never stop doing that if I sounded like that. I can't sing and I don't stop singing. Dan Mills, thanks so much.